If you started a business so that you could have more freedom, but right now you're spending all of your time doing boring, soul-sucking, busy work, then this video is for you. Because you're likely sacrificing the exact thing you started your business to achieve, which is have more control of your time. So today, in this video, I'm going to share a framework with you from a world-famous business coach that saved me when I was drowning in my first business, and how it can help you completely eliminate the busy work that's holding you back right now. Now, back in September 2020, I opened my first juice bar, Good Part & Company. It was right in Mount Vernon, the heart of the city, right up the block from University of Baltimore, poppin' district. Everything was cool. After about a month in, I was kind of struggling behind the scenes. I was learning how to build out my operations. I was still hiring and training staff. And on top of that, I still had a full-time job as a government analyst. And what made it even worse is that about a month after I opened my juice bar, somebody hit and totaled my car. Now, lucky for me, I only lived like a mile and a half from my juice bar, so I would walk home from work. And it was great because it gave me a lot of time to just think, to decompress, and have some time away from either working like my day job or dealing with like customers, my staff, or just the overall stress of running a business. I remember it so clearly, like it was just getting a bit dark, about 6:30. I'm coming around Martin Luther King Boulevard, making a right onto Highland Street, walking towards my apartment. And it hit me. I'm listening to an audiobook, and I start to hear and learn about the 4 freedoms. Now, the 4 freedoms are the framework for a book called Who Not How by Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan. I was already familiar with both of them, Dan Sullivan, so I looked him up, looked up his programs. I can't afford to be in it. It costs like, you got to bring home $250,000 a year. I'm not there yet. So I'm just working with what I can get, pick up some nuggets, and that was the 4 freedoms. And it changed everything about how I think about business and how I think about my life. And so I want to share it with you so you can pick it up. So let's talk about the 4 freedoms. And the first one is freedom of time. This is why most people actually start businesses. They don't just start a business to get rich. They start a business because they want to be able to call their own shots and do things the way that they want to do it. So freedom of time is all about owning your schedule so you can have control over your day. Then the next freedom is freedom of money. This is what most people think about when they think about business. But freedom of money is more about earning what you want, so that money is just a tool, right? So you can make the choices you want, not so that money becomes a constraint on your life and you're unable to do the things you want because you don't have enough of it. And this next one is highly overlooked. This is freedom of relationship, because when you have a job, you don't have a choice in who your coworkers are going to be or who your clients are going to be. You got to take what comes that supports the business. Freedom of relationships is all about working with primarily and living with primarily the people who energize you, the people who support you. So that's everybody from your family, your friends, your clients, and your staff. The last one is freedom of purpose, right? Using your business as a vehicle for more value, more impact, a deeper meaning, something that makes you feel fulfilled, not just being busy and prosperous or profitable. When we look at freedom of time and freedom of money, is one thing that eats away at both of them, and that's busy work. Busy work chips away at your calendar. It becomes a priority. It becomes urgent. It takes everything over. Not only that, it kills your earning potential. Because as business owners, as founders, we often just think about how much money does the business make. We stop thinking about and lose track of what our value is to the business, what our actual hourly rate is. And that's why I built the free busy work calculator. It's the first link in the description. It costs you absolutely nothing. All you have to do is click it, input a few things like what are the tasks that you don't like doing, how much your actual hourly rate is, and how long you're actually spending on those tasks. And it's going to give you back a real number on how much time and money you're losing throughout the year on tasks that should be automated. So click the first link in the description and check out that free busy work calculator. So I started to reprioritize everything across my freedoms, from time, money, my relationships, my purpose. And I was like, okay, relationships, this is what that looks like. When it comes to purpose, oh, my purpose for this juice bar is not to really be behind the counter as much. It's really to lead from the front, demonstrate what the products are about, share the information around health, around building a lifestyle. I'm the only one who could do that for this business. So I had to start letting go a lot of the manual tasks. Some of the things like, doing juice prep. I had to build a better system for juice prep. I had to build a better system for inventory so some of my staff could take over doing inventory for me. A lot of the data entry for payroll, some of that stuff I had to automate. So I bought a system that allowed my employees to just put in their time and I can always see it. These are some of the things that cost you in your business. When you are busy doing busy work, you can't do the high ROI tasks, the high return on investment tasks, the things that require you, your skill set, your brains, that special sauce that you bring to your business. You got to prioritize that. Now, don't get it twisted. Yes, I'm talking about these 4 freedoms because I want to see you get back more of your time. But I'm not one of those people who's going to tell you that you got to work smarter and not harder. No, you need to do both. Because if you don't, you're going to come up against somebody who's doing both. They're going to eat your food and your business won't be around anyway. So the goal isn't to remove yourself from everything. It's just to stop using all of your high level skills, time, and energy on work that doesn't require that level of skill, time, or energy. Now, I believe the number one thing that's going to help you achieve the freedom and autonomy you want and have control over your time is understanding how much time you have and where that time is going. And that's why I made the busy work calculator. So just click that first link in the description. It's going to give you a real number on how much time you're spending on tasks you shouldn't be working on and how much that's costing you throughout the year. I hope that's helpful. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.